So if you're wondering who she is, this is the voice that you hear every morning going to work telling you about those traffic jams.
Oh, yeah.
Great to see you.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here, sort of.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a little apprehensive about this, just a little.
I have a question for you. This is hard hitting for you.
Okay.
How'd you end up being a bachelorette for Zazz Bash tonight?
I happen to be good friends with Gene Honda, which could change after tonight, and also Andy Locke, who has volunteered for a number of years, and he videotapes it. So they are friends of mine, and they said, look, if you're ever going to get a date, Bonnie, you're going to have to do something. So here I am.
Look at this. Now, we did talk about it earlier. She's worried she's going to fall, which she won't. She's worried she won't get bid on, but of course she will. One other question.
Yes.
You actually said you're friends with Gene Honda?
We're business acquaintances. But you know what? What's really cool is we've been talking about this on the air on US 99 in the mornings. And Nancy told me with Park Lawn that they've gotten a number of calls from people who were listeners. They went on our website, found the Park Lawn website or the phone number and called. So there'll be quite a few listeners here.
I think the best thing is that it's been so easy to be able to do these events knowing that I can not only work with Keith,
thank you,
but to be able to play with Keith. There's a lot of people you'll work with, announcers, auctioneers, just people in general, who you can work with, but you can't work with together. And the difference has been we've always had a lot of fun doing these events.
Yes, we
have. And the best thing is that fun translates over to what the people out here in the tables really get to enjoy. That translates into more money for the charity.
Wow, and to think I haven't even paid him to say that. Can you believe it? What a sale tonight. What an auction.
What a night, what a crowd, what a cause. We rocked tonight. Thank you so much, man, on behalf of Park Lawn and people with developmental disabilities. Rock on. Rock on.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you want to contribute, look on the website, SayreandJonesAuctioneers.com. You're going to see we're going to give you a hookup right over here for Park Lawn, or you can go directly. What's your website?
www.parklawn.com.
Simple.
Easy.
That is easy,
Oh,
isn't
just
it?
go for it.
Hey,
Ready
guess
to go.
what? It's party time now, isn't it?
Oh, man, we're going to go. The evening has just begun. The connections have been made. Now we hook it up. Let's go.
Great seeing you again. We'll see you next year. Once again, thank you very much. Have a great night.
All right.
They retail. In fact, he had just said he just sold one in San Francisco, and it brought $65,000. 20,000, now 5. I'm a 25, I'm a 25, I'm a 25,000. I'm a 25, 25. Hey, one of a kind, I might add. 25, I'm a 22,5. 20,000, 22,5. I'm a 22,5, now 5. I'm a 25,000, I got 22,5, now 5, now 7.5. I got 25 out there, now 7.5. I'm a 27,5. I'm a 27,5. I got 25 out there, now 27,5. I'm a 25.
It really became something I said I have to make something out of Bear's life and what he did here on this earth and what he shared with all of us and the people that he met and his inspiration and his courage. So from that, we started Bear Necessities to help other children.
Now, I want to know if this is true. Your first one was what year?
Ooh, 15 years ago.
15 years ago, I don't know. Okay, we don't do math. As auctioneers, we don't do math. But I understand you had 20 tables, your first one.
20 tables.
And tonight you have how many?
72 tables.
And that we are going to reach, can you remember what you raised that first time?
$45,000.
$45,000, which is an excellent.
Absolutely.
Starting for first time, and actually a lot of charities, fantastic. But now tonight you're going to raise $1 million?
We're sure going to give it our best.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what perseverance and belief does for you. And I would like to personally say to you, and I mean this very sincerely, with talking with you and talking to everybody that's around here, you are a class act, and it has been a pleasure working with you, and thank you for asking us to work with you.
Well, we're happy to have you.
I really mean that sincerely.
Thank you.
Now wait, crying. I'm the big fate. Now 5. Now 9. It's have a drink. It's okay. Thank you. Now 5. I'm at 9,500. I am with the mayor of Rosemont, Mr. Brad Stevens. Mayor, what brings you out to Bear Necessities this evening?
I'm the award recipient of the William J. Casey Award tonight, and About 6-8 months ago, I was introduced to this organization, and I've sort of taken it up as my cause.
I understand you're going to be on the board starting this year, correct?
I have been told that, yes.
That is fantastic. I'll tell you, if you haven't been to Rosemont, you need to. He runs a class area right there. Congratulations, and I really and truly appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
5,000. It's at 5. Let's go. 5, 6, 7,000. I'm at 7 now. By the way, you can bid on this side of the room. 8,000. I'm up. 8,000. 8,000. I have 7,000. 75. 7,000. I'm at 75. I'm ahead of you. 250. Now I'm 7250. 7250. I got 70 rather than 2.5. I'm at 72.5. 250. Where you at, TJ? I'm at 7250. You're about at 250. 250. I'm at 7,250. Give it 7250. Ladies and gentlemen, I am fortunate enough to be here right now with two of Chicago icons in the news business. From CBS Channel 2, Mr. Jay Levine and Ms. Marianne Childers. I'm going to hit with a hard-hitting question with all my journalistic background.
Wait a minute. That's my job. I don't do the other way. That's my job.
Well, I need to ask you. I've heard you've done this for several years. Why?
It all began in the Rome airport. Honestly.
That's the truth. Really?
Kathleen Casey and Greg are going to get married in Rome. And she's got her wedding dress over her arm. You figure she's preoccupied, right?
Right.
She runs into me at the airport. I'm going over to cover something at the Vatican. And in the middle of all the angst about getting married, she comes up to me and said, I have a charity. And she starts explaining bare necessities. How can you say no to a woman on the midst of one of the most important days of her life is caring only about cancer patients?
So Jay comes home from Rome and says, how are you? And then he says, by the way, we're going to get a call to do this charity. Only he didn't tell me the name.
Okay.
Okay. So finally, we put 2 and 2 together and it all worked. And then we found out the story of Little Bear.
Yes.
And then I realized what Kathleen Casey has accomplished, which is, the first benefit was here at the Field Museum where we are tonight, and there were 20 tables. Tonight, and she said, I'm looking at this big place and saying, what am I doing here? You know, I've never seen, it's really the force of her personality.
It really is, isn't
And
it?
she just inspires people, and people can't tell her no.
You know,
tell her
it's
no.
amazing because when she called me, I said, well, you know, there's a small fee involved and so forth, and before you know it, I'm here anyway. But I really, really appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, once again from CBS Channel 2 Chicago, Mr. Jay Levine and Ms. Marianne Childers. Thank you both very much. It's been a pleasure working with both of you.
You know what, you're
Thank
a terrific
you.
auctioneer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.